Google's. Joining us now is former Google Ads SVP and now the co-founder and CEO of a new company, Neeva, Sridhar Ramaswamy. Sridhar, good to have you. Now, we were talking last week. I've since signed up for Neeva. I'm impressed, actually, with how well it works. But this model, you're not doing any ads at all, no affiliate links either. So this is even more pure than DuckDuckGo. You're just going to charge consumers a monthly subscription fee. What convinces you that people are ready to subscribe to search?
Thank you for having me, John. Neeva is the world's first completely ads-free private subscription search engine. Now, all of us use search. We don't really think that much about it, and it's a giant business, $150 billion across the globe. But the fact of the matter is that what started as a way to get you and me great information has now become an enterprise where most of the energy is on advertisers. So Neeva is super innovative here because we want to put you at the center of the service. By being a subscription service, we think we can create a much better experience for you, one that is more personalized, one that is deeply private, because the model says we don't take money from anyone other than customers. And we are able to bring all of this together into this singular experience. And more, we also support publishers from early on because search engines are based on great content.
Right.
And so you're going to see lots of great content on Neeva. It's all of these that we think will convince people that Neeva is worth paying for.
Now, Sridhar, this comes at a really interesting moment where big tech companies, including Google, are facing a lot of regulatory scrutiny, a lot of it antitrust scrutiny, and they're accused of being a monopoly. Now, some would say that they have a monopoly over search in general. Some would say search advertising. What's your position on that? And do you think that product innovation and a different model can allow you to thrive even in an environment where Google's so big?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a larger problem in our nation when it comes to monopolies. I think the fact of the matter is that our government has been asleep at the wheel for 50 years. We have veered far away from how things like the Sherman Act were envisioned more than a century ago. That's a whole issue. And even the Facebook decision yesterday illustrates that we just need to think what monopolies mean in today's world, especially with free products. But for us, we still think that product innovation matters, principles matter. And so this dedication to you as the consumer and customer allows us to think about Neeva, the search engine, very, very differently. And we think that leads to a more personalized, superior experience. And part of the news today is that as of today, we are open to anyone in the US. People can just go to neeva.com, sign up for a free trial, and start using the product.
Sridhar, good morning. It's Deirdre. Aren't people moving away from your traditional search engine? I mean, people are searching more through Pinterest, through Amazon, or through their smart speakers, aren't they?
They are, Deirdre, but the fact of the matter is that there is, as I said, $150 billion of revenue still being driven by search advertising. It is the go-to place when we have a question, when we want something answered, when we want a product, or this weird headache that we're trying to figure out, we go search. Yes, there is a lot of other places in which we also search, but that pole position of, what does your browser do when you type in a phrase into it still matters a lot. It is at the center of an enormous amount of attention, and that's where we think Neeva can start creating value. We'll move to these other areas, but the focus very much is on what is the default search experience when you have a question.
Sridhar, talk to me about the model. I think often we can make the mistake of thinking only by scale, only by being the biggest, can a company be successful. Are there costs that you don't have because of the model that you've chosen? How should we think about the way that Neeva grows and becomes profitable in light of its unique mission?
Yeah, so the principles, how you set up the company, matters a lot in the product that you end up creating. By being a subscription product, it means that the entirety of Neeva's team is focused on creating that better product. We don't have an ads division. We don't have ad salespeople. It'll surprise you to know that the size of the ads product team and the ads business teams, great teams, is like 3 to 4 times the size of the organic search team. So that simplicity of mission matters. There's only one person that we are optimizing for, and that is you, the customer.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.